it out like this. You just use triangles because it already starts to look like fabric, okay? This doesn't look like fabric, it looks like scribbles.
Yeah,
So when you're scribbling, you do that. And then what happens is you can come in later and start figuring out what all these things are going to be, because since fabric breaks down into a series of triangles anyway, you know it's going to work. You see what I'm saying? So I may have to make changes to it. I may have to modify things in little ways. You see what I'm saying? But we'll be able to see that the fabric works because you're breaking it down into a series of triangles. Okay? Because that's what fabric does. So if you're sketching in here and you start saying, I want triangles that feel a certain way, right? So I'm going after this kind of feeling, like she's pulling in this direction, right? Then I turn that into fabric that supports the motion that I want, okay? So the other thing I would say here is, you know, I like what you're doing. In areas get a little darker, I think. You know, punching those darks a little bit. You're not pushing it quite dark enough in those areas. And when you get down here, you're not taking advantage of your drop shadows to really show me the separation between things. You see what I mean? Okay? Now the other thing that I want you to be aware of when you're doing these things, and oh look, there's a cute kitty cat. All right. Okay. When she's wearing these things, this might be a good opportunity to actually show the sides of things. So her arm is coming in like this, but I see this wrapping around it. You see what I mean? In other words, it's designed for a bigger arm, right? So she's got this little arm, and these things are starting to kind of curl up like this, okay? Maybe this is worn, but she comes out a little bit like this, you see? You see what I'm saying? So I can see what's inside, all right? So everything is a little bit, you follow what I'm saying? Everything's a little bit at an angle. So this is here and going back like this. And again, if her arm is going in there, I'm going to see that it's meant for somebody who's larger, okay? Here you're showing it to me from the side. After my whole lecture on side, this is all going to be about, no, this is going to go like this. I want to see it going behind. You see what I mean? So that when I see her standing here, I see these things going to the back, right? You follow how that works? So that's what's going to really make this thing work, is to do that. You know, this is nice, you know, sort of respectfully offering the father the sword so that he can commit hara-kiri or something like that. You know, because he's very...
That's a different sword.
It's a different sword?
Yeah.
Well, I guess it would have to be...
It's the shorter one in the front, what they carry.
Okay.
They have one that's the long one's for the killing of others, and the short one's the other one for, you know, suicide.
Okay.
Really?
Yeah.
There's specific swords.
Yeah, there's specific swords.
Okay, so...
You can't kill yourself with a long sword.
I am no reach. Wow.
So, you know, maybe the head is inside something. This is much, much too big. You see what I mean? And then this is turning over. Make sure that really feels like it's turning over, right? All of this is great. I'm just saying, you know, then here you have this. So if they're wearing any other armor, show it coming over and being clearly too big. You see what I mean? So it's coming around, and the kid's here, and the armor's like fanning out on the ground. Maybe you see the kid's feet coming up. You see what I'm saying? That kind of stuff, right? You could even have more armor, you know, on a stand behind, right? So you can see that the kid is kind of like in the closet dressing in his parents' clothes, right? Okay? So that works pretty well. Good. Bring me some of the other ones over there.